all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Mike Wilmer.
Folks, back on the Bossman Show. Got a friend of the show with me, Kyle Keller, the coach Stephen F. Austin, the Lumberjacks out of Southland Conference, who you know beat Duke. Rivals here at the ACC. So we got my man on the show with me, Coach Keller. How are things down there in Texas, man?
What's up, boss man? Man, it's a beautiful day outside here in Nacogdoches, Texas. About 72 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful January day for sure.
Well, January's a good month for you, Coach, because it's your birthday month. So happy early birthday to you. What are your plans?
Thank you so much.
What are your plans, man? Other than coaching real hard.
Yeah, well, you know, we just got off the practice court a little bit ago, and thankfully we don't play this year on my birthday, but you know, I'm thinking if we win the day before, I might give them the day off so I can finally have a birthday for once, which is the middle of this month in January. So, I won't have to travel. It seems like we've been playing, or I've been on the road on my birthday here the last few years. But, you know, it's been a good time for us for sure around here. We've had a lot of fun this year.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And like I said, you're in year 4 leading Lumberjacks. So what do you say, Coach, has been your greatest accomplishment since leading this program since 2016, since we started having you on the show here?
Oh, some of the greatest accomplishments?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
You know, going to the NCAA tournament obviously is on the basketball court has been the best. I mean, you know, trying to impact kids' lives and them growing and graduation and fulfilling their dreams. We got kids playing all over playing professionally overseas and playing in the G League now, and them, fulfilling some of their dreams that they have. That's a tremendous accomplishment, for me personally, and we've had, great success, off the court. On the court, that's, we've won some great games here, and this team here this year has been wonderful. We've been really consistent this year, and I'm excited that, we have 16 league games left. We've been fortunate enough to win our first 4, and they really try really hard in practice. So, we won some great Power 5 games since I've been here. We've beaten, LSU and Baylor, and we beat Duke this year, and gave Texas Tech a run for their money a year and a half ago in the NCAA tournament. And, hopefully if we do what we're supposed to do, then maybe we can have another run at some team in the NCAA tournament again.
Exactly, Coach. I know you had a tough year last year, not the way you wanted to go. So as offseason came this year, what did you guys prioritize as a staff and as a team for the development of the players, getting them stronger with the strength coach about, hey, we need to bounce back in 19 and 20 and be better than we were this year for sure?
Bossman, last year was an aberration, so to speak. Our one of our best players, who's now the starting center at Texas Tech, missed the whole season and graduated, and we lost about 130 games last year to injury or suspension, and didn't have a point guard, and didn't have both our point guards were hurt, and just we really had about 7 scholarship players last year. So it was a really, really learning experience for all of us, and we've overhauled the roster, so to speak, and wanted kids that were excited about playing at Stephen F. Austin, understood the expectations of playing at Stephen F. Austin, and I think we got some kids that have great character and understand those expectations, the high expectations of playing here. And I thought this team would be really good. I didn't expect this to be as good early as what we had. We took them to Spain this summer and really bonded, and I think that really exceeded our development. To have some of the success that we had early. And it's just been a fun ride. We had great senior leadership. A kid, Kevon Harris from Atlanta, has been, really allowed us to coach him this year. And it's just been fun. The kids, a great senior leadership, him and John Como and Nate Bain, who made the game-winning layup at Duke, a great story, who's had some tragedy with the Bahamas and raised, he's a story in of itself, really raised $150,000 plus for the Bahamian people down there. And it's just been really almost a magical year, really. We've been just a few points short from being undefeated so far.
You kind of read my mind because I want to talk to you about Kevon, because Coach Kevon is actually from where I spend a lot of time in. I spend a lot of time in Ellenwood, Georgia. That's where my girlfriend lives at. So he's right down the street from where my girlfriend lives. So I know about him pretty well. So talk a little bit more about Kevon, what he's meant to your program as his leadership, as being a senior now and helping you guys get to be where you are right now, what you want him to do for your kid through January and through March here.
The greatest thing about Kevon, and he's accepted challenges. He allows us to coach him. He's had some milestones this year so far. He's reached the 1,500-point milestone. He's only a few hundred points from potentially being the all-time leading scorer at a place that's won the league 24 times in the history of basketball at this school. So he's with some great players here at Stephen F. Austin, and he's going to be in the top 5 for sure when he leaves here. And, he's just a tough kid. And being from Ellenwood, he's got great toughness about him, wants to be coached, wants to get better. He's improved his game. He's not shot the ball great this year, so he's had, like he has in the past, starting to get that jump shot back. So he's learned to score different ways, and it's just a junkyard dog being from where he is. And I think the thing I'm the most proud of really is what kind of leader he's turned out to be this year, and being really selfless. And I told him before the season started, because he wants to be a pro and wants to play at the highest level. And I told him before the season started, I said, you don't have to score more points for you to get a chance. People know you can score, but you have to win more. And he sacrificed part of his game to continue to win big. He had 20 points in the first half against Duke when our guys were a little bit nervous and was the best player on the floor, I thought, for sure in the first half, and they couldn't guard him. And allowed our guys to be calm and get some confidence, which allowed us to win the game. And, you know, I'm so glad he's on our team, and I'm glad he stuck through a lot of different things. He's been a lot of fun to be around every day.
You got another young man from Powder Springs, a little bit on the north side of Atlanta, in Demir Brown. What's he bring to the table for you guys, Coach?
You know, Demir, we had really high expectations for Demir. He's had a unique foot injury, which hadn't allowed him to get on the court. He's a highly recruited player coming out of Kilgore Junior College, and he got his foot jammed in September. He had a great summer, and then he got his foot jammed, and we ended up finding he had an extra bone in his foot. And he rehabbed real hard, and he could never get through it. And now he's just coming off of surgery from it. And so I don't know if we're going to be able to play him or not. We've gotten so deep into the season, he's trying to rehab himself back into play. He's an undersized four-man that can really score and shoot, does a lot of different things. To be honest with you, we need him because he does things we don't really have. He can score inside and outside and has a great game to him, and he's fun to be around. And he's probably the one guy on our team that you know, is from a perimeter standpoint on the front court that we don't have. And I hate that we don't have him. We just kind of pieced it together up there at his spot. But I look forward to getting back. I promise you that. Kids from, you know, he tells me all the time that guys from Powder Springs are really the toughest guys in Georgia. I don't know if that's true or not, but he likes to claim that.
I think he's lying to you, Coach. He stretched a little bit. He stretched a little bit.
You said that, boss man. I'll tell him you said that.
Yeah. He stretched that a little bit. I don't think so, Demir. Nice try, though. Nice try. Now, Coach, let me ask you this. Now, I can see, you know, you got two guys from around the city on your team. So what does it mean for you to recruit the Atlanta area? I know you come here for the Lake Point, the Peach Jam. So what does it mean to recruit the Atlanta area and find great diamond rovers like Kevon and Demir to play for you and fit into your system, into your culture, Stephen F. Austin there?
Yeah, you know, we've had others, you know, on our team since I've been here from Atlanta. And there's just so many great players in that area. And I you know, that to me is one of the two or three best places in the country for basketball talent. And you know, and I think our profession is just now really, and there's always been great players, but you know, what they're doing now in the state, the high school coaches and putting the product out there as the rules have changed. Had a great event last summer in June where everybody got to see them all and really took advantage of the rules. And I think now it's going to be even more recruited because of it. It's going to make it harder for guys like me that have been going in there for a few years and have some contacts in there because it's going to be recruited so well. I think the high school coaches in that area do a great job of getting their kids seen, and they do a great job teaching the game. And, you know, I love going in there because most of those kids are really tough. You know, they know the game, and the AAU coaches in there do a great job of continuing that on and helping their kids become the best basketball players they can possibly be. I mean, I wish I had a whole lot full of them, to be honest with you.
And, Coach, I feel like you winning at Duke is going to help you in this area because a lot of guys recognize, I said you're going to be in the show, people, they beat Duke. So just that alone, I feel like it helps visibility-wise, you in the market, plus have you on the show, of course, with our listeners, with our listener base here, our reach here. So I feel like, Coach, just about your winning at Duke already has made an impact on guys in the area. I said you've been on the show, guys responding like we know who he is. You know, which is great.
Hey, Bossman, I don't care if we won at Duke or not. Just being on your show gives me a chance to recruit Atlanta. I know that for a fact. Just continuing to put me out there, you and your personality. But, yeah, I think winning, obviously, in Cameron Indoor that night and the visibility of that, and, you know, kids know that if they come here, they're going to play against high-level competition. We'll play anybody, anywhere on TV, and that was a great night for our university. And really, I was really happy for our kids because they work really hard, and you know, it's being able to showcase who they are. And you know, I hope that the kids in that area would want to come to a place like Stephen F. Austin and be able to be a success. We're the winningest program in the state of Texas over the last decade. And we're about to next fall. We're going to finish up building a $26 million practice facility, which I think will be one of the top practice facilities in the country, and it'll be awesome. And I would hope kids will be excited about, living in this place and expanding their game and making their game better, their life better by being in a place like what we're about to finish. So it's a pretty cool place to go play basketball and go to school, that's for sure.
You got that right, Coach. I've told young men about you, have you on the show. I've told guys, hey, that's a program you can win at and go to the tournament and get seen. I tell kids all the time, it's not about what school you go to. It's about the right coaching and are you putting the right stuff on film. If you're doing that, they'll find you. You can go to the best name in the world, but if you don't play, they're going to see you. You're not in the right position to succeed. They ain't going to see you. So if you go to the right place with a great coach who's going to look out for you, you'll be okay. So I'm trying to tell guys all the time, it's more to schools than Kennesaw, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Mercer, or Georgia. You can leave here and still have a good career and get all the things you want to accomplish and leave the state and do it. And I try to tell kids that all the time, Coach.
Yeah, there's some great programs in your area. For sure, but there's a lot of them, and they all can't stay at home, and we'd love to have one or two of them every year. There's no question. Yeah. So if they want to get out, we'll take them.
You got that right, Coach. And I'm going to ask you this. I talked to Coach McCarty at Evansville after he beat Kentucky. He told me in shoot-around he felt like his guys was going to do well that night. So the night of the day of shoot-around before you played Duke, how was the team's vibe? And did you kind of feel something special in the air when your guys, as you went in, they weren't afraid of Duke or Cameron or seeing Coach K in person in the flesh? Well, did you feel like your guys had something special going that night?
I thought that was the worst shoot-around we had all year long, to be honest with you, Bossman.
Oh, wow.
It was terrible. And we like I said to you earlier in the conversation, these kids have been so consistent all year long. But for whatever reason that day, we were awful. And as a matter of fact, I stopped it about halfway through, and I asked them, I said, guys, what is wrong with you? I said, these banners in here, they're not going to beat us. And I said, we got a lot of banners in our arena. I said, they don't beat anybody either. It's the players. I said, the players are the ones that are going to beat you, not the banners. And I said, we got to go out and do our job, and their players got to go out and do their job. I said, so don't worry about where we're at, the venue. I said, it's about the players that we got to compete against. They got a little bit better after that, but it was not a great shoot-around. But I felt like we matched up pretty well with them. We forced Trey Jones into his career high of 8 turnovers that night with our pressure defense, and I thought that had a lot to do with it. John Comar, our point guard, did a great job that night, and it was just a magical night for us. I mean, we played really well, and to be honest with you, we played them at the right time. Tuesday before Thanksgiving, they got a lot of new players, and they're away from home for the first time on Thanksgiving, and it just, the ball just bounced our way at the end. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play at the end of the game. I watched it on my phone, because I was with the Hawks. But I was watching it on my phone. I said, I'm alert. Let me check this out, because the Hawks were going to win no game that night, and they didn't, of course. But I was making sure at least you guys got the win for sure, Coach. For sure.
I didn't feel very good that morning. My wife, I rolled over in bed, and I didn't sleep very much. My wife said, when she woke up, she said, "Ooh, honey," she said, "you're a 29-point underdog." And that didn't make me feel very good. I don't think I've ever, in my career anywhere, I've been a 29-point underdog. And about midway through the second half, she was sitting right behind the bench, and I said, and we come to the under 12 media timeout. I said, "Babe, I don't know if you ever gambled before, but I said, if you have, I think I got you covered." And as I was walking into the huddle, and so, we like I said, Kevon played great the first half and gave our guys some confidence. And as the game wore on, the rest of our kids got confident in the game. And in sports, confidence has so much to do with how you play. And, I think, the biggest game, really is going to sound crazy, but I thought really the biggest game we played was the game after we go to Jonesboro, Arkansas on the road and was able to not only win that game, but we won it convincingly. And that really, to me, said a lot about our kids, that they weren't satisfied just winning one game, that they want to make a statement about who they were. And, we've lost 2 games this year. We lost our first road game at Rutgers, who's turned out to be a really good team. And I didn't think we played very good. And then we went to Alabama, after we played Arkansas State, and we were on such an emotional high. I didn't feel like our feet were down on the ground yet. Everybody was still talking about Duke. I don't feel like, and Alabama played us great. And I give Nate a lot of credit. They played us perfectly that night. And, you know, we didn't play very good, and they had everything to do with that. But, and I give them all the credit in the world. I wish we could play them again, but we can't, and it is what it is. But, and they played great. I give them a ton of credit. And they beat us.
Yeah, I know Nate's trying to rebuild everything in Alabama. I know that's always a tough game on the road, SEC school or ACC stuff on the road, like you said. They're 18, 20-year-old kids. They're still on that emotional high. You know, you try to tamper it, but you know they're 18, 20-year-old kids. They're going to be like, yeah, we beat Duke. So, yeah.
Oh, man, we've had so much juice from that, and it was – but I felt like after that game we were able to exhale a little bit and kind of get back to who we were, you know, after that game. Like, because so many people have patted you on the back. I mean, we've been the Grand Marshal in our Christmas parade here in town. The Rockets have had us down to recognize. We have so much. It was like a victory parade. Because, you know, it just doesn't happen. Like, you know, we're talking about beating a team like Duke here, Stephen F. Austin. And, I mean, just, you know, it was a great game, great upset. And, but getting our guys back normal was good for us. It was a good slap in the face for us.
Now, Coach,
so, it's been fun.
Now, Coach, I'm pretty sure the guys don't want to play you now next year. It's going to be hard to schedule games now, even harder, because they don't want to play you now.
Ask around. Ask the people you have on if they're willing to play, because we're having a hard time getting schedules for sure.
Yeah, I would ask Josh Pastor. He'll tell me no. Rob Lanier maybe will do it. If it's
yeah.
Amir may do it.
Yeah.
Amir may want to play you, but he may not. He needs wins. So it's gonna be hard for the guys to see all the time. But I will definitely.
No, I won't play Amir. Amir, we're too close. I would never play Amir. We're too close of friends. I love Amir to death, like a brother. So I want him to get some wins, and neither of us will be happy after that game.
Yeah.
But he's an awesome guy. He's going to get it turned around real fast. He's done a great job recruiting.
I'm glad he's here. You know, I told him this when I saw him when he played at Belmont in Nashville. I said, Amir, I'm glad you're here because you can turn this thing around. This is a diamond in the rough, Kennesaw State. I tell him all the time, you're a diamond in the rough. You know, you got everything you want.
For sure.
It's going to turn around. I know you and Amir are so close, but I'll let him know I had you on the show. He'll be, oh, yeah, that's my guy, Kyle. Yeah, that's what he'll probably say to him when I tell him.
Yeah, for sure. We worked together at A&M, and he was a key factor in us winning the SEC and going to Sweet 16. And he's just a great mentor and a great coach and recruiter. And he'll do wonders at Kennesaw State. He'll get that program going big time. That's
what I got for you, Coach. You got A&M Corpus Christi coming up here. What you saying for those guys on film as you guys prepare for those guys coming to your place there tomorrow?
You know, Willis Wilson does a great job of coaching. He's probably, you know, one of the deans in our league, and is a great teacher, someone that I've always admired in our profession, has won so much at Rice and at Corpus Christi. A very good friend of mine. I don't ever look forward to playing him. They beat us last year a lot more than what the score indicated. I'm not very anxious about playing them. I hate guarding their motion. But it's the next one on our schedule, and we're anxious to play again for sure. So it'll be a hard matchup for us, but we're anxious to play again. So hopefully we'll give a good effort and just see what happens.
Coach Keller, I was good to catch up with you, man. I hope to see you at the Final Four. I hope that hopefully you're in the Final Four. If you're not, I look forward to seeing you at the Final Four for sure here in April.
You got it, boss man. Anything for you. You're the best.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good one. Talk to you real soon. Happy birthday again to you.
Thank you, boss man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. That's Kyle Keller.
Thanks for having me on
the Bossman Show.
DJ Eskimo City, the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet. Wicked tones, you know what I'm saying? What's
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Hip hop fans, I got a great album for you. that they be having from Family Grind ENT, True Speech, and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.